well in the beginning. We felt like we was meant to be. I fell for you and skinned my knee, but hell with any injury. Eventually you'll get up gingerly. Feels like it'll take a century to heal.
Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Back with another video, and I'm coming at you with Joe Budden gets dissed by Eminem on Chloraseptic remix. And I know I'm coming kind of late with this and everything, but it says right here on XXL Mag that it says Bizarre confirms Eminem takes shots at Joe Budden on Chloraseptic remix. And pretty much that whole thing about the reaction video that I was freaking out about or whatever, apparently with Bizarre's claims, it was directed at Joe Budden because Joe Budden has this live stream, and he was reacting to one of the songs, and he was apparently sitting there with his arms crossed and all that. And this is what it says. I'll put the link in the description if you guys want to go to the site, but it says, this is what was happening between them. It says, on Monday, Eminem unleashed his Chloraseptic remix, which featured some furious bars from himself, 2 Chainz, and Fresher. Within minutes of its release, folks noted that Slim Shady had come from all his revival critics. One of those critics was Joe Budden, and now M's D12 bandmate Bizarre has confirmed that M was talking and taking aim at the former Everyday Struggle host. Which, I don't know if you guys heard too, but Joe Budden left Everyday Struggle like randomly. I don't know why, maybe you guys do, but I don't know. And then, quote, never bite the hand feed you, okay? I never like to do anyway, chump, at Joe Budden, Bizarre wrote in one tweet. And then another, he says, make sure you keep up that same energy, Joe Budden. Don't get quiet now, effing clown, he said in another. So, I mean, Bizarre is putting this out there on his Twitter, and he's saying, look, you know, M's taking shots at you, and I'm on M's side completely, and he's pretty much calling Joe Budden a fraud, which is kind of crazy since he's signed to Eminem's label, and he was in the Slaughterhouse Group. And then it says, now in case you didn't know about Budden's relationship with Eminem, here's the deal. Since 2011, Budden has been signed to M's Shady Records imprint, along with the rest of the Slaughterhouse. Bizarre, who's been rocking with Shady for nearly 20 years, sees Budden's critique of M as being a sort of betrayal. Which, yeah, I can definitely understand that. Why would you do that? I mean, okay. There's part of me that is on both these guys' sides, because one, he should be straight up with them and be like, look, this isn't as good as you should be. That's how you know that someone's there for you, but at the same time, you never disrespectfully do it, which I think he definitely did by calling his songs trash. Like, that's disrespectfully doing it. And it says, towards the beginning of Eminem's lengthy verse on Chloraseptic remix, he calls out folks that made reaction videos to songs he released before Revival dropped. And it says, quote, this is Eminem talking. He says, not as raw as I was, walk on water sucks, suck my, y'all saw the track list and had a fit before you heard it, so you formed your verdict while you sat with your arms crossed, you did your little reaction videos and talked over songs. Chill, nah dog, y'all saying I lost it, your effing marbles are gone, M spits on the track. And when I first heard that, I freaking went insane, because, you know, I'm making a reaction video and he just called me out. But no, that was pretty dope. I think the fact that he even brought that entire thing up is what made it sweet. And then it says, in case you didn't know, Budden discussed Eminem's Revival track list during one of his final appearances on Everyday Struggle. In it, he explains the way the track list, which includes features from pop luminaries like Ed Sheeran and Pink, could rub fans, common folks, the wrong way. Which, if you're, I can understand where he's coming from that, but here's the thing also. You have to realize that M will always do his thing on the tracks. It's not going to be like a whole pop album. Like, you're not going to get stuff like that. So you got to have some common sense with that. Then it says, quote, the second track is called Bleed. So now if I'm looking at how you rolled this out with your little revival thing, if I'm thinking about the last one in the recovery, if I'm just looking at it now, I'm looking at the last 10 years of your career. Okay, you're doing more than creating an album, you're telling a story now. So now how am I to judge? It's a little different. I have to wait and see what story you're telling. Now I gotta see how Ed Sheeran fits in your story. I gotta see how the F Pink mine fits in your story. I don't know how Fresher, I don't know how any of these people fit in what you are seeing. And from what I know, it sounds trash. Even though it didn't come with audio, we're looking at it and the comment folks are saying this looks trash. And that is Joe Budden. One of his guys on his label is saying that. That's disrespectful. You're questioning Eminem's art form as a person, and you're questioning whether he can still make music or not, and he's literally judging the entire album before it comes out by looking at the track list, which, like I just said, Eminem said that. He says, you made your verdict when the track list came out, and you made your minds up, which doesn't make any sense. And then it says, in another Everyday Struggle episode, Budden flat out calls Eminem's single Untouchable trash. Yikes. Which, I watched that entire video and he did. It says, check out Bizarre's post direct at Joe Budden below and Pete Budden's explanation on his feelings about the revival track list beneath that. And, so it just has like a picture of Royce the 5'9", and he has the Chloraseptic remix, just like the photo cover of it. And then next is Bizarre. It says, never bite the hand you feed you, blah, 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 like we said. And then that's the other thing where Bizarre says, make sure you keep up that same energy, Joe Budden. Don't get quiet now, effing clown. So we know that. We just read that. And then somebody said, it's a problem because you don't like content. Where's the jokes at with now? And you shouldn't have dissed M. Now you should apologize, blah, blah, blah. And then Joe Budden responds and he says, Biz, I love you. I will also beat the dog out of you in Detroit. And that was the reply to Bizarre saying, no, I haven't, but I spoke to Mother yesterday. Remember we smacked? Okay. So that's what Joe Budden said to that. And then Bizarre actually put that screenshot of that onto his Instagram, and he said, this disloyal Joe Budden talking, we should never let you come around the squad. We should let Swift punch y'all face when he has a chance. Sorry, I'm freaking stupid at reading, but this is all like new stuff I'm reading off, so like I'm having trouble. And then Bizarre said, never bite the hand that feed you again, never like you anyway, chump. Man, my dog went crazy. How could I be down? I remember that. He's talking about Eminem's verse. And that's pretty much it for that, guys. So, here's the thing. Joe Budden has just come out in the last hour or two and said he denies the claims that Eminem went at him on Chloraseptic remix. Now, this is where I think it's funny. And it kind of speechless at the same time. How would he know? M does subliminal disses all the time that you never know. And the fact, with all the things that I just said that he did and talked about Eminem, there is a very good reason for Eminem to diss him, especially since in that track he brought out his inner Slim Shady and he did not care. I don't know if you guys think it or not, but he may have said and dissed Macklemore. Now there's part, obviously he might not have. He was just saying don't compare with Macklemore, or he just was calling shots because he's Slim Shady and he doesn't care. He also was taking shots at everybody that said that Walk on Water was trash and his entire album was trash. He called them out. And he also said in the song, he said, I practically cut my fan base in half and still outsold all of you. So how can you talk that? And that's where I don't understand. I know he's Eminem and he's going to outsell everybody. But that's so funny. After he lost half of his fan base from the Trump thing, he still outsold almost everybody. Actually everybody, because he was #1 on the charts. And Joe Budden is going to come out here and say that he doesn't think he was dissing him on that. Huh. You would know, bro. I think he doesn't want it to be true. Partly because, 1, his rap career is over already. 2, Eminem would absolutely destroy him at all times. And I think it's funny also that a couple summers ago, like I said in another video, Eminem and Drake had that fake feud or whatever it was because Drake and whatever his name is, freaking Buddha boy, I don't know. No disrespect. I don't know what the dude's name is, I forget. Budden, that's what his name is. But yeah, he was in a feud with Drake, so he was like, Drake said something like, oh, if Eminem has something for me, I'll have something for him. Partly because he knew Eminem would never go at him for Joe Budden. Like, that was just pointless. And then Eminem ended up not taking Joe Budden's side, and he ended up doing a concert with Drake, which was pretty funny. So I don't think if Eminem, I think Eminem dissed him. I'm just gonna get that out there. I think Eminem dissed him. I just don't think Joe Budden wants to know that. But anyways, guys, I know I blabbered on this entire video. I just thought I'd let you guys know because this is kind of insane. Eminem bringing out his inner Slim Shady, and he has stopped caring for once again. If that's even the way you say it, once again, he stopped caring. Thanks for watching, guys. Link in the description for that website. Subscribe, like the video, comment. Peace out.
You a big fine woman, you my baby. Come and let me hold you like a baby.